The federal government has blamed its inability to reach the target of 5,000 megawatts of electricity generation as promised on the shortage of gas supply. Minister of Power Abubakar Aliyu said this at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Aliyu said power generation had remained at around 4,000 megawatts due to gas constraints, despite the government's contracts with the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC. Our correspondent, Mary Kanu, has the details in this report.
The Ministers of Power, Information and Niger Delta settling in for the week's briefing after the Federal Executive Council meeting on Wednesday. In the first quarter of 2022, the federal government had assured that power generation will exceed 5,000 megawatts. The Minister of Power, Aliyu Abubakar, at the briefing spoke on the federal government's inability to achieve the promised target, saying it was due to shortage of gas supply.
Since 1st of July, that we'll be able to raise it up to 5,000 when we activated the contract. And we have not been able to do so due to some issues around gas contracts, gas to power, which we are trying to take care. Gas is not something that we control directly. You have to pay them. You have to pay gas. They will not give you gas until you pay. So we are looking at ways to solve that issue. It is the reason why we are unable to reach that 5,000 we promise you by July 1st of this year.
The recent reports by the National Bureau of Statistics on the country's inflation rate soaring to its worst in 17 years was addressed by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, who assured Nigerians that the federal government will adopt different strategies to tackle inflation.
Inflation is a global issue. A lot of things going on, globally. But what governments do to stem inflation varies from government to government. Sometimes it is the kind of the way you adjust your interest rate or the way you introduce certain physical measures that would allow you to bring down the inflation.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Umana, disclosed the council approved an augmentation of 765.9 million naira, which is an addition to the initially approved sum of 1.786 billion naira to conduct a forensic audit of the NDDC board.
The additional costs of carrying out the forensic audit exercise was considered and approved by Council. For reasons of the additional number of projects and the additional time taken, Council approved a revised additional sum of 765,974,975 naira 50 kobo to cover the additional works done by the forensic auditors.
Reacting to insinuations on the delay in constituting the board of NDDC, Umana said nobody was averse to constituting the board. Rather, the white paper needed to be released to ascertain those who were culpable in fleecing the agency. Mary Kanu, TV 360, Nigeria.